morning everybody, welcome back to my allotment diaries. My name is Emma, these are my allotment diaries. I vlog all about my allotment garden here in South London, UK, so if that is something that you think is going to interest you, do go below and click subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the little bell as well so that you are updated on all of my uploads. My upload on Wednesday was 1 hour late, so if you click the little bell you will get a notification the second that my post goes live, because sometimes my internet's a bit funny and posts are delayed and I don't want you to miss out. Thank you to everybody who did watch the last vlog, because your support as always is just so welcome to me. So if you didn't watch it, go back and have a look at it now, or I'll sum it up to you. Basically, the slugs and snails got to all of my courgettes and my pumpkins and most of my parsnips and my carrots as well, leaving me in a state of utter devastation, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, really hurt me. I feel like they have victimized, I feel like a victim. I feel victimised, I feel gutted. I'm laughing now because, you know, I've woken up, it's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life for me and for my crops, and I don't know, just onward and upwards. The thing that upset me the most actually was that a lot of you are in the same situation as me, and a lot of your new crops have been like completely destroyed by slugs and snails, and one of the things that you were saying is that it's made you want to give up and you don't want to garden anymore and you don't see the point of doing it anymore, and a lot of you are kind of in that kind of headspace right now, and that was really upsetting because I totally get it, I totally feel your pain. You know, I'm with you, I hate it too, and it makes me feel so upset. It's the thing that makes me feel the most like anxious and upset and stressed. I'm working an allotment plot, is the slugs and snails just eating everything. But don't let them win, guys, don't let them win. There's one in my shed right now. Actually, this is quite a pretty one. If there ever was a pretty snail, that's quite a pretty snail, isn't it? Don't let these guys win. Don't let them take away the one joy in your life. One joy in your life. I'm sure you've got many other joys in your life, but don't let them take this away from you. You know, they're little buggers. I know, I hate them so much. Bugger off. But you know, they are a part of an allotment garden, and next week I am going to dedicate an entire video to sharing with you every single possible slug and snail defense I have ever heard, and I'm going to try out every single one. I'm going to share with you every single one, because so many of you leave in the comments all of these lovely tips and things, and they kind of get lost in the comments or in my head somewhere. So I'm going to make a video, I'm going to take out all of your ideas, all of my ideas, everything I've ever learned, and just do an entire video dedicated to slug and snail defences, and hopefully something in there will work for you. So stay tuned for that basically. Right, we've got a couple of jobs to do today. The first thing we're going to do is check on the sunflowers. I planted sunflowers yesterday. I was convinced they'd be dead today. Let's go and see if they are. Well, they seem to have survived the night, though they have been a little bit eaten. It's okay, they're alive. See, this one here, he's been a little bit eaten at the top. I don't know if they've maybe eaten out the middle of him, which means that he'll be dead now. I don't know what that means. He's got a few big leaves left. I'm really hoping he sort of survives that. But yeah, he has been eaten a little bit. This one here, he seems alright. Yeah, he seems fine. The middle of him is fine. I think it's the middle you've got to protect, I really do. I think the middle is where the riddle is. This is garlic water. I'm just going to spray these plants. Come on, spray it then. Come on then. There we are. The only problem with this line of defence is that the rain washes it away, and if we're due quite a lot of rain, which we are, it's going to wash it away, but I'm still going to do it. Just in case it doesn't rain or something, you know. I don't know, it might deter them a little bit. Well done, mate. Survived your first night on the plot. There's many more to come. I actually kept a little bit of a secret from you down here, not intentionally, but sort of I filmed something for TikTok and then I didn't sort of put it into my vlog. I actually made myself a little beer trap. So a beer trap is basically a way of catching and killing slugs and snails, I think mainly slugs, and you put some beer into a pot, bury it into the ground, put a rock over it so that any frogs and mice can't get in and drown, and then the slugs go in, they're attracted to the yeast, they drink the beer, they get drunk, they have a party, and then they die. And I put it next to these courgettes, but it still didn't deter them, so I did even try that. This courgette hasn't had any further damage to it, but here's my beer trap. It is disgusting. Can I just show you, right? Because look, just for context, both this courgette's gone, got completely eaten. This courgette is almost completely dead. This is where the beer trap was. Let me just show you the amount of slugs in here. Oh, look. Oh, they're horrible. Absolutely horrible. I should put a warning on this. Look away now if you don't like slugs, dead slugs. But yeah, see the beetle that's dead as well. I didn't want to kill him. Unfortunately, when you do a beer trap or anything that kills slugs, you are going to get some other victims as well. That's why I don't like doing it. But yeah, pretty grim, huh? And still they ate most of my courgette plants. So I know the beer traps do sort of work, but they don't work because everything's still dead. Do you know what I mean? So I know they catch them and stuff, but they don't do enough, really. I think I'd probably need a lot of them. Also, it is pretty disgusting having to empty out a jar of dead, slimy, slithering slugs. Absolutely vile, but I mean, I don't know what to say really. It works, but does it work? Think about it. Just found a sunflower. Do you remember when I planted these sunflowers in seeds? I just put a few seeds in and put a strolch over the top of it. They're starting to grow. So in all of these little strolch areas, there's a sunflower. And then under here is my dahlias. And that's growing too, with no damage. Amazing. Let's put him back on. Don't trust to uncover him yet, and that's for the slugs. I think the slugs can't get in there. But yeah, I've got dahlias and sunflowers here, and then all of these are lovely cornflowers. Absolutely beautiful these are going to be. And once again, I actually followed my own advice with this, which is the whack it in method. And the whack it in method is just whack in as much as you can, and assuming that 80% will die, 20% will live. And because of the old whack it in method, a lot of them got eaten by slugs like this one, but then because there were so many, loads of them have just got bigger and bigger and bigger and are going to actually grow into cornflowers. So the whack it in method is basically 80% will die, 20% will live. Whack in as many as you can. Oh my God. I'll tell you what. If you really want to have a successful allotment plot, grow grass. Just grow grass as a crop. Tell everyone you're growing grass. You won't fail with grass. You'll have the most productive allotment plot in the world if you just grew grass. So my sweet peas, this is my sweet pea archway, basically right at the back of the plot. It's doing really, really well for the first time ever. So I planted out a load of sweet peas in my home garden, which is about 20 minutes from here. Totally eaten by slugs and snails, like completely gone. Here, they've just ignored them. So I don't know if they've just got more interesting things to eat, or if the taste buds of slugs 20 minutes from my house are completely different. I don't know. I don't really know the ins and outs of slugs and snails. Do they sleep? Do they sleep? That's the question that I really need answering. Do they sleep? Because it doesn't feel like they do. It feels like they're up day and night trying to eat my crops. I don't think they ever sleep. Anyway, but they do need a bit of tying in because they are getting a little bit flippy floppy and they can't figure out where the archway is that I built for you. It's there. It's there. I don't know where you're going. Trying to grow with the raspberries. You're not a raspberry, mate. You're a sweet pea. A sweet pea with dreams of being a raspberry. That'd be a good book, wouldn't it? The sweet pea who wanted to be a raspberry. There was a book actually about a snail. A slug that wanted to be a snail. And he put a donut on the back of him and made a donut shell. I used to love reading that book to my kids. The slug who wanted to be a snail. What an idea for a book, eh? Killed a lot of them, that's what I say. Slugs and snails alike. Right, okay, you're sort of all tied up now. So that's good. Are you reaching up that way? Yeah, well done. Look at you, look at you. Everybody in the line, look at this guy here. Okay, he's holding on by himself. This guy's figured out how to do it. So come on, the rest of you. That's what you need to be doing, okay? Oh, Immediately comes out of line. So into the polytunnel, we cleared most of it yesterday to make room for the tomato plants. What I've done is I brought a couple of tester plants with me. So I've got 2 varieties of tomato here that I've been growing at home. This one is Gardener's Delight, probably one of the easiest tomato plants to grow for a beginner, even from a seed, but you can pick it up as a plant in most garden shops and anywhere really. I mean, you can get this in the supermarket just for a couple of quid, and they grow really, really well. I've also got, another Gardener's Delight. I brought 2 Gardener's Delight. I thought I brought a beefsteak one, but I didn't. I brought 2 Gardener's Delights. So because I'm not entirely sure when to put my tomatoes out, I thought what I would do is put out a couple now. If they survive in a week or so, I'll put the rest of them out. But there's no point in whacking out the whole bunch of tomato plants and them all dying in one go. I'd rather just put a couple out. And also, these are really easy to grow and easy to pick up, like I said. So if they die, I'll just go buy some more. So let's whack them in. Mix up soil a little bit under here. I think that's a weed. That's a weed. I don't think that's a plant. I mean, it is a plant, but it's not a plant I want there. It's not a plant I planted, that's what I mean. So somebody told me that slugs can like hide underneath the ground. That's why I zhuzhed it up a bit to see if I can. Oh look, there's one. There's a great big fat horrible one. Ready to eat everything I put in here, aren't you? Oops. Eat my neighbour's stuff. It's bothering me all the time. Right, I'm actually going to try something new for planting these out. I know. Look at me trying new things. I'm going to put a pole up here. What we're going to do is I'm going to dig a hole like this. That's about right. We'll get a piece of twine. I'm going to tie a knot. What we're going to do is we're going to put our string into the hole like that. I'm going to take our tomato plant and put that on the top of the string. And there he is. So the idea is that as he gets bigger, I'll be able to sort of wind him around this twine, and then the twine goes all the way up to this new pole that I've put in. I can tighten it from the top if I need to, and it's just a support all in one without me having to poke my eyes out with canes. So I saw that on Gardener's World this week. Great show. Lots of you don't like it, I quite like it. Yeah, and he was doing that with his tomatoes, and I thought, what a great idea. I think I did try and do this before, but I tied the twine around the stem and a lot of tomatoes died. So like I said, make sure you put the twine underneath the plant. I think that's just a really important point to remember if you're going to do that. And I'm going to do it to the other one now, on the other side I think. So to water them, because tomatoes like quite a rich feed of like nitrogen and stuff, to make them nice and bushy and grow really big, I have got tomato feed, but I thought it might be fun to try out my new stinging nettle feed. So about 3 weeks, oh my god. Oh, it smells so bad. I just got the biggest whiff of it, my god. Stinks, right. So about 3 weeks ago now, I put some stinging nettles in here with some water and covered it up, and it makes a really good nitrogen rich feed for plants. So, oh, I just can't stop smelling it. It's such a unique smell, but it stinks. The idea is to dilute it down into some water and use it on your crops. So I filled this up with rainwater, which I've collected, and then because this is in another watering can, I can just tip a bit of this into there. don't entirely, I'm not sure how much you need to tip in, but that felt about right, I think. So I'm just going on a feeling. We won't waste it, we'll watch everything else as well. Close. I hope you enjoyed my allotment vlog today. I hope it brought you some joy into your world. Try not to be too disheartened by the slugs and snails. I am going to do, like I said, a video next week talking all about them, and every single possible defence that I can think of is going to go into that video. So stay tuned for that if you are having problems with slugs and snails. Hang in there, just keep whacking everything in. That's all you can do. Just whack it in, guys. Hopefully something will grow. If it doesn't, hey ho, just go buy some plug plants, try again, put it in a pot. I don't know, just keep whacking stuff in. That's the only advice that I can really give. And I hope that you stick with it, and I hope that we don't have too many failures this year and lots of successes. The weather is definitely cheering up now, so fingers crossed for more sun, because that'll keep the buggers away. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next week. See you next week, guys. Bye.